a Shift W Chat-a-Thon.
Doom. Demon voice. The Doom guy's back. And he's mad. It's a Shift W Chat-a-Thon.
The Doom guy pushed Shift W, by the way.
Huh?
The Doom guy pushes Shift W every day.
Oh, he wins all the time.
Absolutely. I mean, he always pushes yes.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
Welcome everybody to another Chat-a-Thon. We're going to be talking a little bit about Doom, Bethesda's new, dare I say it, masterpiece.
Bethesda's are ids.
Ah, come on. We all know. We all know that id and Bethesda are really the same thing these days.
It hasn't made a good game in a while.
That's true. That's very true. But then again, I mean, who's still at id that's relevant to past id games?
None.
I mean, Carmack's not there. Is it Holland's Head or Hollandsworth?
I have no idea. I know John Carmack's brother used to work there.
And John Romero's long gone.
Well, John Romero and Carmack's, I believe it's Carmack's brother, are making a new game.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, Romero is going to. There's a Kickstarter and everything for it. And
Oh, Romero. Oh, the guy who made Daikatana. Anyway, so Ace.
Yes.
Ace.
Yes.
How far did you get in the game?
I beat it.
So you beat the game.
I beat the game. I beat the game within like 30 minutes ago.
What was your playtime?
12 hours on Ultraviolent.
On Ultraviolent. So I'm 7 hours in. I just got out of hell. So does that put me at the halfway point?
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly the halfway point. I mean, up to this point, this game is a total surprise.
Huge.
Huge, utter surprise.
I honestly, like, I went to go, like, everyone's like, don't pre-order this game, don't pre-order this game. And it was a couple days before the game came out, and I'm like, you know what? I absolutely love the multiplayer, and I have yet to play it yet, but I love the beta multiplayer. Had so much fun with it. I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to get it and see what happens. It can't be worse than Fallout 4. And it was the biggest surprise ever. Like, I honestly did not think this game was going to be good. Because there was no market. There's hardly any marketing for this game. There were no review copies going out early. They're all the signs of this game isn't that good. But the fucking single player is fantastic. It's just I haven't had this much fun since BioShock Infinite.
And I gotta totally agree with you. Up to the point that I'm in the game, which is about halfway through, I am totally shocked by how good the single player campaign is. Now, I haven't played any multiplayer in the official release. I played multiplayer back in the beta. Yep. I freaking loved it. I had such a great time. I think what makes the single player campaign so good is up to this point it feels a lot more like the classic Dooms. I mean, it clearly is not. There's definitely a lot of differences there. Okay, like being able to throw grenades and have your secondary weapons. You know, weapons have alternate fire modes, and there's like a leveling system with the weapons where you can get little chips from fallen enemies or completing combat like incentives. And then you get like upgrade tokens for this crap. I could give a shit less about all that, but it doesn't hurt the gameplay in any way for me, so I can't say it's bad. But the game overall, it feels a lot more like Doom 1 and Doom 2 than Doom 3 could ever even come to.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can still, yeah, I agree.
The movement's faster. There's a lot more enemies on screen. There's not as many enemies on screen as like Serious Sam or Doom 1, but there's still a lot.
There's a lot. Like, the farther you get it, like once you've met every single enemy, they throw them all at you at the same time, and it's tough.
How many do you think are on screen at once? The most you've seen?
That's a good question. Maybe Oh my god. 20 plus,
That's it.
maybe.
See, that's not as many as I was looking for.
It's hard to tell because there's a lot of enemies in these huge open areas that I'm not seeing, but they're there.
Mhm.
There's a lot. There's a lot, especially in Ultraviolet. I don't know if they tone down how many enemies or demons are coming after you in different
Difficulty levels.
difficulty levels.
Well, in the classic Doom, yeah, they toned it down. But the
But
higher the difficulty, the more monsters.
Ultraviolence is tough. I died a crap ton in this
Yeah,
game.
and that's another thing. The game's actually a bit challenging.
It's really challenging, and you get angry a little bit, but it's like but I'm having fun because it's a challenge.
Mhm.
People like that, like they love Dark Souls, and they just die a lot. And the game's hard, but most of the time when you die, it's your fault, and you know it's your fault because there's so many tells to defeat these
Yeah.
enemies in Dark Souls.
Yeah,
But in this, it's that when you get to these like arena like areas, you're like, oh shit, there's all this ammunition around me. So what's gonna happen? But like, there's games where I'm like, I don't like that shit when that happens. Like in Uncharted, I'm like, oh look, there's this huge open area. Looks like a battle's gonna happen. But in Doom, I kind of let that pass because it's Doom, and I want it's an arena shooter.
Well, okay, here's the thing, and this is kind of why it's kind of like Doom, the classic Dooms, and it's kind of like a modern day
But
FPS. So you mentioned something that's very important, the arena.
but Doom 1 and 2 had those moments.
But
They have
not nearly in the same
yeah,
way. No, no,
yeah,
no, no.
yeah.
Okay, how many gore nests or gore nest style features in
Well,
gameplay
not gore,
mechanics did you see? Right. So hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. The first half of the game, most of the enemies you encounter are through gore nests. Okay. There's some scattered about throughout the level as you're walking through, but it's very few.
I'm gonna say once you get out of hell, you see less fewer ones,
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that because
and
in hell,
they're only in the UAC facility,
because
not in hell. Period.
I understand they're not in hell because it's fucking hell. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
need, right? But the first half of the game, I've noticed that it has reconstructed from classic Doom as to how the progression of the player goes through a map and how they encounter enemies. At least this first half. Okay, I've noticed that it's a lot of arena style shootouts, a lot of arena style gameplay.
Mhm.
So you go through a linear path, and then you get to an area that has very free form sort of flow to it. There's no specific way to go through it. There's multiple ways to go, and it's just an arena, and things start spawning, and you can't move on to the next area until you kill all the monsters.
Yeah.
So after a while, I mean, after like my fifth or sixth gore nest, I got a little. It was like kind of predictable. I didn't really care for it.
I have the opposite opinion, like not opinion, but like feeling. Like every time I got on a Gordon, I was like, this shit, here we go, baby. I'm gonna get some great fucking music playing. I'm gonna get in the rhythm,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna go on a murdering fucking rampage. And I just fell in love with that.
No, I got the same feeling, but after my sixth one, I was kind of reaching diminishing returns because I remember my first gore nest. I came up to it and I was like, "The fuck is that?" And then everything started spawning and it clicked and my heart was pumping. I was like, "Ah, shit!" Kill them all. Then that metal kind of music there. That was like metal techno music. It's this weird combination. And then every time I saw gore nest after that, I would kill the monsters around it before I activated it, and then I'd say, "Oh fuck, I gotta go activate the gore nest." But first, let me prepare. So I'd go search everywhere for health and armor and ammo, and then I would come back, and I didn't want to push the button.
Yeah,
I had to psych myself up, and I remember there like one of them. I pushed it, and as I pushed the button, I was like, let's go, you motherfuckers, because I kept dying on it. And every time I went up to it, I pumped myself up, and then the shit started blaring, the music, and it was so good. It was great. But after that sixth, seventh Gore Nest. I kind of was like, eh.
I didn't have that.
I wish there was more. I wish it was more of a natural flow to the enemies coming to you, and the Gore Nests were used more sparingly, and that the Gore Nests were a really significantly difficult part. A few less arenas, more monsters scattered throughout the level is what I would have really liked. But it didn't like kill the game for me or anything.
I feel like I've killed a lot of demons. I feel like I've killed a lot of I've killed a lot of what do you call it? It's the gore nests.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get pumped.
Yeah.
You know, they go back. They're like they never got old to me until I got later in the game where they kind of start to diminish a little bit more because then it kind of goes away. And then all of a sudden, your actions, what you're doing, bring in more demons in without the gore nests.
Okay.
And that's when, like, I'm like, okay. It's like when I'm dying a lot, especially this happened like mostly in Hell and a little bit before I went back the second time. I'll get in these areas. I'm like, okay, I think something's gonna happen right here. So okay, I'm gonna go find this. There's a berserker over here or a quad damage here, and if I die a couple times, like okay, I need to survive a little bit longer. Then when hell starts to happen, like more of the heavy demons come in. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for that, or I'm gonna go for berserk, and I'm gonna murder. I'm gonna rip and tear.
Okay, you gotta stop saying that. This rip and tear shit.
Why?
It's so irritating. I hate it.
Oh, rip and tear, baby.
No, because you got that from the fucking comic strip. And
yeah, and they also say it in the game.
Yeah, they say it in the game. I remember when I heard it in the game, I had a big eye roll, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
When that guy said, I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so there was one thing missing from this game that I haven't seen in a first-person shooter in a long time. I'm gonna give you 3 guesses to see what it is. This is missing from the game entirely up to the point that I'm in the game.
Oh, missing entire. I was gonna say key cards. So it's missing up until you're in hell?
No, I haven't experienced this in the game yet. I don't know if it's in the game or not, but it's in almost every first-person shooter I've played ever. It's in so many of them, but I haven't experienced it in Doom yet. You got 3 guesses. Go.
Health packs? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Keep guessing.
It's in every game.
It's not in every single one, but it's in a lot of first-person shooters, and I haven't seen it in Doom yet, and I'm actually very happy about it.
The leveling up?
No.
It hasn't happened yet, and it's just what? That's so vague.
5, 4.
Hold on.
2.
Don't let me think for a second. It hasn't happened yet. It happens after hell. Because you just got out of hell, right?
Just listen to what I'm asking you and stop putting in your own thoughts in my question. There's something that I have not encountered in Doom that is in many or most first-person shooters that I have played in my life. And I'm very happy that it's not there. You have one more fucking chance.
Regenerative health?
Wrong. It's air ducts. I've not gone through a single air duct yet.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
I've not gone through a single vent in the entire game, and I'm so happy about that.
It was to get to a secret though.
Oh.
Well, no. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, you do have to go through a vent at one point. Yeah, you do.
Oh.
There is one vent.
Okay, one vent. That's a hell of a lot better than a lot of the first-person games I played. Like Deus Ex, it's like you could play the whole game in a vent.
Well, that's right. That game comes out soon too.
Right.
Comes in August.
So there's no vents, and I thought that was like, oh, that felt so good. It felt so refreshing. I like that. Another thing that I liked about the game is the fact that they took a page out of Mirror's Edge, and they used those green lights to kind of guide the player around the map.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that, but in like a Mirror's Edge, I kind of don't like that.
Well, Mirror's Edge makes it a lot more obvious because it's like entire polygons or entire objects in the game are red. You know, it's stupid.
White background.
In white, yeah. Um, I thought that was really awesome. And there's something else too. Doom, it like I said, it feels more like classic Doom, but it borrows very heavily, in my opinion, from Quake.
Quake. Yeah, I agree.
It borrows so fucking heavily from Quake. It's disgusting. They put in, you know, all those power ups that were in Quake, haste, quad damage, all that kind of stuff, right?
Well, I think. Well, quad damage was always, I believe, in.
Quad damage was never in Doom. Ever.
You had invincibility in Doom.
Invincibility, invisibility.
Berserk.
You had Berserk.
I think
You had the light amplification goggles.
Yep. You could say that replaced. Hold on.
There was no haste. There was no quad damage in Doom ever. You gonna fact check me on this one?
Oh, I'm looking at Doom power-ups. Doom 2 power-ups.
Oh my god.
So I have to make sure I'm looking at the correct Doom.
Oh my god.
Megasphere's Doom 2 boost health and ammo.
All you need to do is look at the ones for Quake. Do you see haste or quad damage in that list? No.
No.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, you could say that they can take those and put them in and get rid of other power-ups.
Sure.
Because the light amplification like that was needed in this game.
I don't feel like it. The game is very bright. You don't need anything.
And I didn't say you needed it. That's why it's not there.
Oh.
But like the quad damage, I believe the quad damage and the haste fit to me. That's what I'm looking at, exactly that. Or not that.
And notice how it's green.
Invulnerability. It's invisibility and invulnerability.
Yeah, notice how it's green though. Invulnerability.
Okay, whatever.
All right, so let me finish it.
But I was saying
like
I wasn't saying I was saying invincibility was the blue sphere. I believe.
invisibility is red sphere with a blue center.
All right, whatever.
So anyway, the game feels a lot more like Quake. Almost every first person shooter these days you can jump around, but I think Quake was like the first id game where you could actually jump.
Yeah, it was.
But that's a common thing these days, so whatever. Another thing I've noticed too, the possessed soldiers and security guards and stuff like that. Have you looked? Have you like inspected them at all?
I did. I don't like how they're more demon.
Well, for some reason they remind me of the human enemies in Quake. Like they have the gun attached to their arm.
Yeah. See, I kind of wish the possessed. They're the possessed, right? They're called possessed.
Yeah.
In this,
There's the possessed and the unwilling.
the possessed. Oh shit! I can't. I have to look at them. Is it the unwilling? That's the one with the attached arm.
What?
The guns.
No, that's not the possessed. No. The possessed are the little zombies that walk around and do nothing.
Okay.
And then the other ones are called like a possessed security guard or possessed soldier or.
Okay.
Okay.
But like the soldier ones where they had like the shotguns and all that stuff in like Doom 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish they looked more human. Kind of like almost Doom. I almost want them to look like Doom 3. Like that's the only one I don't. It's the only issue for the style of the demons is that one.
You know, and here's the thing, and this is a minor thing. You know, at the end of the day, I wish the weapons looked more like the Doom weapons. And I wish they sounded more like the Doom weapons, just because the weapons in Doom, the sound especially, more than the look, was like almost perfect. Especially the fucking shotgun.
The normal shotgun sound, I didn't like. Honestly, the only weapons I really used in this game was the double barrel, which I didn't think I was going to be doing, and
super shotgun, bro.
Well, it's super shot, yeah. And I never really used the plasma rifle.
I use that all the time.
Oh, I don't. Not me. The double barrel, I use the rocket launcher here and there.
I use the rocket launcher all the time.
The chain gun I used quite a few times.
That's the one I forget about.
And sometimes I use the machine gun, but I use the missiles because I unlocked everything for it, where it
Yeah.
just automatically fires everything.
Yeah. The micro missiles.
The micro missiles, so that like I don't have to wait for it to cool down. It just anything I have in my ammunition, it just shoots it out.
How do you feel about the whole codex part of this game?
Like the logs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. The codex had like I kind of like the whole environments and messages and like monsters. It gives you details of the monsters. Keeps count of how many of you killed. And
No, but
I'm
I
like,
mean more specifically like the logs, not the data keeping stuff, but
the logs here I would read sometimes, but not really.
did it affect your idea of how the game is?
No.
No. Um, it didn't affect how good the game was for me, but I just found it fucking annoying.
Yeah, I didn't find it annoying.
Because here's the thing, and I think this is something that we fundamentally disagree on, is that I feel like the game should be telling you less about everything.
Well,
Like,
the game.
I don't want to know that the zombies are called the possessed. I don't want to know that this enemy is called the Hell Knight, you know, or this guy is called the Shotgun Guy. I mean, almost all of the demons that came from Doom 1, uh, they didn't have names. They just had names in the code, like their little file names for their sprites or whatever,
Uh-huh.
right? Like the Pinky Demon,
Yep.
right? Was called Demon. That's it.
Yeah.
The Okay. Like, sometimes I feel like things should be left to the players to imagine on their own. Imagine if all of these enemies didn't have fucking name given to them in this thing. What would the players have come up with
But
for a name?
the thing is, they've already had names, and we give them the names have been there since Doom, so they've already had names, and that doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, they've already had names. I get it, Brandon, but I'm just saying, right? Because this is just an example, right? They've had names forever. Like here, the Praetor suit. Why the fuck do we need to know it's called the Praetor suit? How does that change anything?
How about Half-Life? Half-Life gave you all the names. None of the creatures in that game had really names in it. In Half-Life 1.
Yes, but those were characters relaying it to you. You wouldn't know that this was called the Praetor suit unless you opened the fucking data log.
Well, also the Dr. Hayden also multiple times tells you about the Praetor suit.
But you get the Praetor suit way before him.
No, he talks to you in the beginning of the game.
I don't think he calls it the Praetor suit.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe he does.
I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
Either way, I don't think it's necessary, because at the end of the day, Doom is about one thing in my mind, and that's about quick-paced gameplay.
Oh, I agree. But the thing is, for people who want to know more, that's what the logs are for. People who just want to see the story and the environment, it's you. Just play the game. The game has things that each side wants.
And plus it wasn't even all that well done. This is an interesting one. So, one of the things that I wrote down is when I was going through the codex, because I was looking at this shit. It popped up on my screen, and I was like, I want it to go away, so I guess I got to check it out, right? So, like, for instance, in the bestiary, the monsters tab, it says, like, when you kill your first zombie or something like that, it's like the possessed. So I checked that out. I was like, why is it called the possessed? And in like the description, it says something about like some doctors gave it a name or something because they were exposed to argent energy or some stupid shit like that.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there like, oh, so really a fucking PhD in biology assigned the scientific classification of the possessed?
It's funny. Oh no! Speaking, because
Stupid.
you just reminded me something. How how do you like pretty much UAC is the Monsters Inc. of power.
Oh yeah.
When I found that out, I'm like, holy shit!
Yes,
They're Monsters Incorporated. They're using the hell energy, the argon energy, to power things on Earth.
yeah.
I'm like, that's great, and I hope to God that sets up because for the second game if they make one,
It better be on Earth.
it has to. They mentioned using argon energy on Earth and whatnot.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping it'll be great.
What did you think Did you think the player moves fast enough, or you think it's too slow?
Oh, I think the player was fast enough. Yeah.
I thought it was just perfect. What do you think about the lack of quick saves?
Um, it only pissed me off once. Only once I was like, oh crap, I'm this far behind. I'm like, oh, I'm not. I'm like, because I was having trouble with it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not. I'm gonna take a break.
That's no quick saves in a fucking PC game is a cardinal sin. That's fucking bullshit. How could you not put in a fucking quick save system?
But only that one time I had an issue with the checkpoint system.
I don't like it. It needs to have quick save.
I agree.
Another thing that I thought was kind of weird was the holograms in the game.
Look upon the faces of these extraordinary men and women. These are the best and brightest minds, the most devout members of the UAC faith. Fully indoctrinated, they have assimilated the UAC core belief, a world of power, born again of fire. Their unquestioning work and devotion has earned them a place in the Hall of Excellence. Are you doing all that you can to see our destiny manifest? Work harder. Find yourself on the Wall of Excellence.
Like
that didn't bother me at all.
You see, like, whether it be the little UAC steward holograms, like the ones talking about the UAC and saying all the shit like, the road to hell is paved in argent energy.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Right.
That stuff I love.
Okay, or the soul, like some of the like holograms of the little like the soldiers running around when you get to hell. See that? Right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why, specifically aside from the holograms that represent the UAC, everything else in the game, I don't really understand why it's there.
Yeah, like the like Hayden
Hayden at
taking
the sarcophagus.
Yeah, that
Why-
stuff I don't understand the reason of those ones being there, but the stuff with the UAC stuff I'm like is great because when the guy talks, I love like in the area you're in, the sound design
Yeah.
is just echoing. It feels like I'm in that room.
Yeah. And some of the shit the UAC holograms say is just fucking funny as hell. Like towards the beginning of the game, one of them says, "God rested on the seventh day, but what if we hadn't?"
Now you can work 7 days. I thought that was funny as hell because I knew you were gonna bring that one up.
Yeah, that was really funny. Um, let's see here. I don't.
Do they-
I don't. There's a similarity to Skyrim in this too, actually. The whole Argent Cell thing, where you get to pick either armor, health, or ammo.
Yeah.
That's kind of like leveling up in Skyrim, where you get to pick between one of three things: health, stamina, or magicka. I mean, they do different things within the two games, but it's that choice of three kind of rule that Bethesda seems to like to do. I
So-
thought I didn't really give a shit about it. The whole upgrade system.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. You're gonna want to find most of the Argon stuff because having that, like, I filled up I filled up the health and armor. I'm like, shit. Why can't I take down these other enemies down with the fucking chainsaw?
Because you don't have enough fucking ammo.
I need more ammo.
Yeah, I'm going the armor ammo route.
Well, every level has the Argon stuff, so you can be able to fill them all up.
And the other thing that just doesn't make logical sense within the fiction of the game. I mean, there's a lot of things that don't make any logical sense in the fiction of the game.
But it's Doom, so
Well, I'm not going to give it a pass for that just because it's Doom. So, I mean, I hold Half-Life to the highest standards, and everything in that game makes sense within the fiction of the game. But the Argent Cell thing, so you crack open this Argent Cell, right, and you absorb it into your body. Okay, first of all, I could see how it would increase your health. It's being
How does it
absorbed
increase
into
your
your
ammo
body.
count?
How does it increase your ammo count? How does it? What is it? A fucking backpack
Yeah,
made of
it actually
energy?
it is. It adds more pockets.
Yeah, your back sticks out a little further, and you can actually pull it out of your flesh. Stupid.
How,
It's dumb.
How is he carrying all these weapons?
Guybrush style.
He's Skyper
He's
style.
stuffing
Yeah,
them down his little armor pants.
he's put him down his pants.
I wish there was a Doom guy face in this one. I don't know why they decided to keep that out.
Fine. Like
They need to bring back the face. They need to bring back the face, man.
in the credit scene. There's a scene with Doom guy and like a couple of some like guys behind him. And you can slightly see his face through his mask, and it kind of resembles the one from the face in the Doom 1 and 2.
Oh, I haven't noticed that.
Well, you don't see it until you beat the game, but it's in the credit sequence.
Well, but you know what I mean. The face that's in the bottom of the screen. You know, it shows damage over time. It shows the damage your character's got in a visual way.
It'd be nice if, like in the classic Doom levels, that popped up.
I think it'd be nice if it was in the entire game. I think it should be more, and this is just a preference. I mean, fuck yourself if you don't like it. You can fuck yourself, whatever.
I didn't,
Right.
know.
But
Doesn't
just
take away
on the
anything.
bottom of the screen, just like that.
I don't know.
Right.
I like none of that stuff bothered me, and not having any of that. And
I mean, it didn't bother me. It didn't make the game worse. It just would have been nice to have.
I think it wouldn't. I don't think it would fit.
I mean, it wouldn't fit.
It wouldn't fit
Why?
in the style. I don't know. It just wouldn't really fit.
Why?
I think it would take away a little bit from me. Unless it was someone did a mod. Unless someone modded the UI, I'm fine with it.
hmm
But
I would have liked it to be there. It doesn't really change the game at all, but I would have liked it to be there. Let's see here. Do I have anything else I want to talk about specifically? No, that covers most of the points of the game for me. I really like the monster designs. They're somewhat reminiscent. They're pretty reminiscent to the original Doom. They stayed faithful to them all. It doesn't have the iconic sounds that I recall, but maybe that's a nostalgia trip kind of thing. I felt the sound work in the game was pretty weak, including the music. But it kept me going. It was fine. Didn't really care one way or the other.
yeah,
You know, a lot of people sit there and say, "Oh, Doom, it's such a metal game. It's so
Yeah.
metal, bro."
I agree.
And I don't know if I really agree with that. I mean, I could kind of see. I mean, I suppose I could pick it up. They're like, "Oh yeah, the songs that." I can't think of the guy's name who made the MIDI tracks for Doom, but they were modeled over after heavy metal tracks from like Metallica or whoever.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I don't know. And I've heard that. I know they are. Great. Super. That's awesome. And for some reason, I don't know. For most of the original Doom, I just don't hear it.
There's a good YouTube video that shows you the actual songs that they're referencing to.
Mhm.
I feel like into the Sandy City
hmm
is a reference to some heavy metal song, and it's like, wow, they sound extremely similar.
Yeah.
And I think, was it Nine Inch Nails? Oh no, Nine Inch Nails is
Nine
Quake.
Inch Nails is Quake.
It's Quake. No, I like the music.
And the sound that the possessed make is just it. I want to rip my ears off. I want to mute the entire game when I hear the possessed come on the screen. It's so loud and annoying.
I don't have any. I don't know. The demon sounds I have no issues with. I think they're fine.
The
only thing
possessed, the ones that scream like the entire fucking time they're alive.
yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying. Every time
Yeah.
I heard one of those things, I just wanted to kill it first so it would shut the fuck up.
No.
I don't care if there's a cyber demon in front of me. I want to kill the possessed.
Oh, wait till you get the cyber demon, man. That thing's fucking hard.
I'm really looking forward to that.
That thing, I'm like, oh, like wow, this is a fucking that was easy. I'm like, that was easy. I'm like, oh shit, nope.
Yeah, so they used him as a boss, huh?
Yeah, he's a boss.
Yeah, does he recur?
Maybe,
What do you mean maybe?
maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
I don't give a fuck, man.
No.
Yeah, he recurs. Okay. So, any specific part of the game that you remember really well that you want to convey to us that you thought was great?
I love going back to hell again.
Oh, so you go back a second time.
You go back. Yeah, I've said it multiple times.
Oh, look at that, Brandon. You're spoiling everything. What
No,
the
it's
fuck,
pretty obvious
man?
you're gonna
You
go back to hell.
You just ruined it for the entire world.
No, because they talk about it and where you are in the game.
I'm just kidding, Brandon.
And I love going to hell because that's when you get these. Like, I love the arena stuff in this. I absolutely love it.
The AI is definitely built for it, and the AI I think is pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
AI is solid.
Here's the only thing. My biggest issue was, you know what enemy killed me the most? Take a guess.
Him.
No, it's those fucking guys with the shields.
Oh yeah. How do you break? You know what? How I handled them? I just either launched a rocket behind them
Or threw a grenade.
behind them. Because
Yeah.
I couldn't break through the shield.
I'm like, I got max health. I'm like, you just fucking just like pushed your shield at me and I died. I'm like, either you guys are bugged to shit, or you're just that good. Yeah, but those guys killed me the most. And that's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna take my chainsaw and use it on them because I can't deal with it.
Yo, you chainsawed those? You wasted your chainsaw on those things?
Dude, I make sure I always had like max chainsaw and I'd use them on particular enemies because it's just satisfying.
How do you feel about the chainsaw? I mean, it's significantly different from how the chainsaw used to
like
operate.
it kind of makes it more I wouldn't say doesn't make it more as overpowered to be just at times because the chainsaw will just cut through anything. But I like the whole gas mechanic for it. And each enemy uses a particular amount of gas. I think.
Yeah, I mean, because basically, what the chainsaw really ends up doing is it's basically a kill one monster instantly card.
Yeah.
You know, one monster instantly. You choose, you go for it.
Make sure you choose the right one.
Can you use it on the Cyber Demon?
No.
Could you imagine the Cyber Demon walks down and
you just like cut his leg off.
And you got the chainsaw, and I don't know, it takes like 6 or whatever fucking gallons of gas, and you just end the boss fight in like one push of a button.
That would be amazing.
How weak would that be, though?
It's like, I'm the best thing ever.
Dude, I like the chainsaw in this one. The chainsaw serves a purpose now. I see people playing the classic Doom, and I see them using the chainsaw, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the chainsaw's really good when Pinky Demons come around, or when you're in tight quarters." And I'm like, "No, that just gets you fucking killed."
Yeah, I
never use the chainsaw.
You only use it in a dire need.
Yeah, dire need. You use it when you have no ammo for anything.
Yeah. I finally I figured out how to use the fucking BFG the right way. Because it shoots a blast. Like, you're like, oh, you just fire at one enemy and it just destroys it.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing, like, I started learning like, these big arena styles. I'm like, okay, once like I got all the major enemies started coming up with a whole bunch of imps and possessed people started to come up, I would fire up in the air across the map so that as the big ball of energy is passing, it's hitting everything.
Oh, so that's how it works.
With the lightning, so that it just destroys it.
Okay. Yeah, because in Doom, I think the way it worked was when you hit something, there was a radius around it, and it would zap everything in the radius. So this one, it gets zapped in a radius as it travels.
As it travels, or if it stops. If it stops it too short or not enough, if there's walls in the way, it won't go through the walls.
Okay.
So you gotta make sure it's opened.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
But it's satisfying.
You only get 3. You only get 3 blasts out of it.
Is it satisfying though?
Oh, it's satisfying.
Why only 3 blasts?
because then it's the most overpowered gun next to the
So basically, what that tells me is that there really isn't enough enemies towards on screen at once.
Oh, there is. There is.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, it's good. I loved it.
Yeah, the game was excellent, man. I can't say enough good things about it. I know I nitpick it a little bit, but that's because that's what I'm
nitpick,
here for. Okay.
but I think it's great. I have nearly not many issues with it until I can see the second game. There has been that because games today just are boring to me most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, this brought back the want to continue the game.
Yeah, like it's like Fallout. Okay, I'm done.
Hmm.
Fuck this game. I'm just. I'd say the hell in this game is a hell of a lot better than Doom 3.
Oh, fuck yeah. 100%. Oh yeah.
Extremely better.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Um, the game's better than Doom 3, in my opinion.
All right, so in a nutshell, final statement here. Give me a summary of what you think of the game and wrap it up.
All right. If you're a person that loves to just unleash, this is the game for you. Like just a whole bunch of games where you just you play it and you're like, oh, it wasn't satisfying. But this game makes just satisfies everything. If you're having a bad day, go play Doom.
Does it satisfy your libido?
My libido. No. It's just absolute fun. If you're a person that doesn't like to have fun, then you just need to go to hell. But this game is it's just fun. It's just absolutely pure fun.
Hmm.
And it reminisces a lot to Doom 1 and 2 and a little bit of Quake.
Yeah, I guess my final thoughts on this. Uh, this is, I think, Bethesda's best non-RPG game they've ever made.
Yeah.
If you're a person who likes their FPS games to be a bit more fantastic, like in a fantasy kind of idea, right? Or
Mhm.
taking
Sci-fi.
taking fantasy and science fiction and kind of putting them together, and you like your gameplay quick, right? But not
Yeah.
too quick. I mean, I wouldn't say it's Doom or Quake quick, but if you like your gameplay quick, and if you like good artificial intelligence with enemies that do trick you from time to time, um, being able to fight your way through hordes of enemies, um, uh, but be able to get a story delivered to you that's not really overhanded.
Yeah,
Okay,
not
I
in your
mean
face.
there's some hammy shit in the game. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a hugely story-driven game. I think it would have been better if they kept that shit out of it. You know, they should have. I don't think they should have had Hayden and all that shit. But whatever.
It's just all
There's
text on the
enough
screen.
story to put breadcrumbs if you're the type of person that's got to have a story.
Hmm.
And other than that, man, this is probably the best first-person shooter that I've played since god damn, maybe since Half-Life.
Mm,
It's
no.
better than BioShock Infinity, but for different reasons.
For different
For
reasons.
different reasons. Um, uh, Go play the game. It's probably one of id's best games they made in decade. I
Oh no.
recommend it.
I would say the
I
last.
recommend it to you, and you, but I do not recommend it to you.
I'm just want to say congrats to id for
Would you
finally.
recommend this game, Brand?
Yes.
I would recommend this game too. All right, so thanks for watching us here on Shift W's Chat-a-Thon. I'm Fruitbrute.
I'm Ace. I don't know. I'm Fruitbrute.
possessed. That's how
You're-
annoying they are.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I'm gonna go play some Super Turkey Turbo Puncher 3.
Hey, but before you play Super... I can't say that.
Super Turbo...
Before you play Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3, you need to push a certain set of keys there, friend.
Oh, Control Delete.
No. You're gonna lose if you do that.
Oh. Control Shift Escape?
No.
Oh, Control Shift W.
Nah, not Control Shift W.
Shift W.
You motherfucking dumbass.
I totally forgot.
You just pushed Shift L. You want to lose. I want to win, so I'm gonna go ahead and push Shift W.